Welcome back. Today we are tackling a classic graph theory problem often asked in technical interviews: finding critical connections in a network. This is also known as finding bridges in a graph. So, what exactly is a critical connection? In graph theory terms, it is an edge that, if removed, creates a partition in the graph. Basically, removing this single connection splits the network into two or more isolated parts. It is a single point of failure. A simple way to solve this is to iterate through every single edge in the graph. For each edge, we temporarily remove it and then run a traversal like breadth first search or depth first search to check if the graph is still connected. While this works, it is very slow, with a time complexity of O of e squared, which is not suitable for large networks. We can do much better. Using an algorithm based on depth first search, often attributed to Tarjan, we can find all bridges in a single pass. This brings our time complexity down to linear time, O of v plus e. To do this, we need to track two specific values for each node: discovery time and low link value. First, discovery time. This is simply a timestamp or an ID assigned to each node when we first visit it during our depth first search. It tells us the order in which nodes were traversed. For example, the root gets 1, its first child gets 2, and so on. Second, and most importantly, is the low link value. This value represents the lowest discovery time reachable from the current node, including itself and its descendants. Think of it as answering the question, what is the earliest node I can reach from here? This is where back edges come in. A back edge connects a node to one of its ancestors in the DFS tree, creating a cycle. If a node has a back edge, it means there is an alternative path back up the tree. Cycles generally prevent an edge from being a bridge because there is another way around. Here is the core logic. An edge u to v is a bridge if, and only if, the low link value of the child node v is strictly greater than the discovery time of the parent node. This inequality means that there is no back edge from v or its descendants that goes to u or above. The only way back is through the edge uv itself. Let's walk through an example. As we traverse forward from nodes 0 to 1 to 2, we assign them discovery IDs of 1, 2, and 3. Initially, their low link values are the same as their discovery IDs. When we reach the end or find a back edge, we start updating. Node 2 has a back edge to node 0. This allows node 2 to update its low link value to 1. As we backtrack, this lower value propagates up, telling the parents that their children have a path back to the start. The complexity of this approach is excellent. We visit every vertex and every edge exactly once, giving us a time complexity of O of v plus e. The space complexity is O of v to store the recursion stack and our data arrays. To summarize, a bridge is a critical connection that disconnects the graph. We solve this efficiently using DFS by tracking discovery times and low link values. If a child node cannot reach back to its parent or higher without the direct edge, that edge is a bridge.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.